I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Hello everybody, so I'm gonna do a re-upload of the this diet channel that I reacted to a while ago. She is fairly new. For those who, I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it this way from now on. I think this volume setting should be good, at least with this video. I apologize for being too quiet now, but anyways, I think, hopefully anyway, I have this all figured out. So, forgive me if I still don't, okay? It's awkward. Let's get into this. If you know that Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Brittany. I'm a registered dietitian. I also write weekly blog posts for dailyfoodforthought.com. You can subscribe below to our email newsletter and you'll also receive a free portion guide. I also post weekly podcasts and YouTube videos, so please subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. So, I don't know if she's uploaded since, but, excuse me, I haven't seen any podcasts anywhere, any other YouTube videos. In fact, I can't even find her name when I search it. I had to go back into my history to find this video. So is YouTube now censoring content like hers too? Dude, like I had to search her. Does anybody know this person? Like, honest question. Honest question. Alright, so I searched, okay, and her channel still only has 1 subscriber. Not looking too good so far, and this was what, 5 or 6 days ago that I uploaded this, and I'm redoing it per a subscriber's request. I really want them to see this, so. Today I'm going to be talking about 6 tips to nourish your body and mind. So nourishing your body and mind is important not just for yourself, but for those around you. We all really truly want to be our best versions of our... Honey, you are so quiet that the mic that I was using, it overpowered you big time. And your camera was struggling as well to hear you. You're very quiet and you talk like this. So quiet. No one can hear you. Yeah. No one can hear you, hun. No one. Yourself every day. So some of these tips that I'm going to go over are really going to help you, feel your best and can also help you react better to certain situations. So the first tip I'm going to talk about is eating balanced meals and snacks. So different foods have different nutrients. Why do we need to snack? Why? Why do we need to? Why do you think we need to? If we're not built like a grazing animal, why do we need to snack? I mean, since I started this new way of eating, I don't understand it. Like, why? It doesn't make sense to me anymore. Like, why do we need to? Like, why? Other than the obvious, you're eating malnourishing foods. You should be fully nourished. If you are fully nourished, you shouldn't need to snack. Why? Which is why it's so important for us to eat a variety. So a balanced plate would look like a quarter of your plate of protein, which... That's nothing. I eat more than a quarter plate of protein a day. Definitely way more than my palm. I eat almost a pound a day.
Almost. I still don't think that's enough. My hair is the very essence of that. So, yeah. Way too little. Just, no.
Should be foods like lean meats, low fat.
Stop with the, no. This isn't the 90s anymore. I'm sorry, but no. This isn't the 90s anymore. We need fats for hormones. Didn't you learn that? Stop with the low-fat nonsense. You know what? I wasn't hard on her enough in my last video. I'm going to be a little more firm.
Dairy, nuts and seeds, peanut butter, soy products, things like that.
Yeah, we definitely need phytoestrogens in our life, don't we? And a lot of anti-nutrients. Did you ever learn about phytoestrogens? Did you? Have you ever heard of I'll just say it in the slang term, but man boobs. Have you ever heard of that? We don't need soy. We don't need nuts. We don't need seeds. We do not need any plants. We don't. We don't. Sorry, but we don't.
A quarter of your plate with grains.
Grains are the worst. The worst. Especially for any kind of diabetic, whether you're skinny or fat. Worst. Do not eat those. Ever.
I want to try to make half our grains for the day whole grain, just for the added fiber and nutrients in those.
And we need fiber for what? For what? Have you ever felt good when you come home after eating a giant salad at a restaurant? Didn't think so.
And then we want to make half of our plate filled with fruits and or vegetables.
That's way too much. No, do not do this. Do you realize, honey, that everybody's doing this? Do you realize everybody's doing this? How come we're not getting anywhere?
Recommended serving size for protein is about 3 ounces. So
could you imagine somebody who's 100 and like, okay, let's see. Imagine somebody who needs to maintain a muscle mass. The total body weight being, like, let's say 230 pounds. Do you think they're gonna benefit from 3 ounces of protein? Do you really think that? Look, I can't even maintain my body weight on 3 ounces of meat. I can't. It's not even enough for me. It isn't. It's 2023, honey pie.
So it would look like the size of the palm of your hands or the size of a deck of cards.
The palm of my hand would probably only hold an ounce. So you're saying me, who is under the body weight that I should be, should only eat an ounce? Smart.
The serving size for whole grains is about the size of a light bulb, and as mentioned,
Yeah, no one wants to do this. Who in their right mind would do this knowing full and well they've done it before and didn't benefit at all from it? No, I'm not going back to that.
earlier, fruits and vegetables, we want to try to fill half our plate with those. So snacks, you kind of want to do at least 2 of the food groups I mentioned. So
Why do I want to? Why? Watching this back, it's making me angry. Why do I want to? Why am I even putting up with this a second time?
So try to do a protein or a whole grain and pair that with a fruit or a vegetable. So,
Honey, if you need a dang script in order to keep track of everything you're saying, number 1, it's too complicated. And number 2, you have no fat fueling your brain cells and your neurons and your nerve endings and all that stuff. Get some fat into you.
you could do something like hummus and carrots, or you could do apples and
If you're so comfortable with YouTube, why are you acting all nervous here?
peanut butter, something like that for a well-balanced snack.
Who in their right mind, look, this isn't anything revolutionary. Who in their right mind would do this knowing this never benefited them before? I'm talking to you, ex-carnivores.
Including well-balanced meals and snacks in your diet is going to keep you fuller for longer and also help you feel more satisfied. So
Do you mean like mouth pleasure? If so, curse mouth pleasure. We don't need to eat for mouth pleasure. I don't care what planet you're living on. You don't need to eat for mouth pleasure. You need to eat to live on this planet.
you're less.
Sorry, we're from Earth, okay? And we eat to survive. We don't eat just for fun and for pleasure. Nothing should always be about food. You should only eat if you're hungry and like actually needing food, and if you haven't eaten in a while and you're like, dude, I really need to eat now. You're not supposed to just have anything in front of you be like, ooh, I could really go for that right now. That should not be what goes through your mind. You should be eating to live.
Tempted to grab some of the other food items that we know aren't as great for us. So, of course, the sugary, salty treat.
Do not underestimate the power of freaking salt. Do you know what electrolytes are? This video, reacting to it once again, is making me so angry. I wanted to hold it back, but I can't hold it back. Listening back to it again is making me so angry. Do you know what electrolytes are? Do you? Salts. Mineral salts. My God, woman.
Foods, things like that are okay in moderation.
And you need fat too, by the way.
But the reason why we don't want to fill up on those is because we're going to miss out on all the benefits from the other foods.
Screw the fact she's new. I don't care. I'm very mad. If she's done YouTube before, surely she can take this. Okay? I'm going to try and keep the name calling to a minimum, but listening to this bull crap that has been recommended from every dietitian says all this crap, and where does it lead us? Nowhere.
Foods that I had mentioned. All the, vitamins and minerals and things like that.
You don't get vitamins and minerals from plant foods. You don't. Name one. Vitamin C? You don't need to consume any if you just exclusively eat meat and organs. You don't. You don't need beta carotene. Beta carotene is a waste product. That's why you go orange if you eat too much. Your body's trying to get rid of it. You have too much.
This is why balance is really important.
Why are you so nervous? I thought you did YouTube before.
So the next tip I'm going to talk about is focus on how you feel. Really listen to your body throughout the day and just kind of check in and see how you're feeling. See how you feel in certain situations around certain people. See how you feel after eating certain meals.
Oh, really? Really? Is a healthy meal supposed to make you bloated? Is a healthy meal supposed to make you hurt? Is a healthy meal supposed to make you bloat up like a balloon to the point where you are so big and bloated that it only goes down when you wake up the next day? Is that what's supposed to happen? Cool.
So I like to kind of, always check in with myself and just see how I feel, if you fill yourself up with a nice, well-balanced meal or snack, you should feel pretty good after. But, if we're gonna fill up on, say, a bowl of candy, you're probably not gonna feel that good after eating that. So just kind of listen to your body and see what foods feel good to you, and try to stick with those foods more. We also want to focus on feeling whenever we're hungry and full.
Which is going to be all the time because you're pushing sugar, and mainly malnourishing foods. Like vegetables, like grains, like nuts, like seeds. They are all malnourishing. How many times have you eaten like a full balanced meal, as you called it, and felt full for hours and hours?
So as mentioned earlier, if we're choosing those balanced meals and snacks, we're probably not going to feel as hungry, directly after eating a meal, because we're going to be more satisfied and full. So it's recommended to try to eat every 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, because we're built like cows, aren't we?
And this helps, keep your blood sugar stabilized, as long as you're eating those balanced meals.
Yeah, until your blood sugars go crashing from 11 to like 4. And then you start shaking and getting like anxious and angry. And I'm actually angry because I have to listen back to this bull crap. I'm not angry because the subscriber passed on my first upload of this. I'm angry because a certain somebody hasn't learned that it's 2023 and so many people do not feel good doing this. They have tried this. They have done all of the approaches. Calories in, calories out. They've done it all. They've done it all. Vegan, keto, /Atkins, Banting, whatever you want to call it. The only thing that worked was 100% carnivore and maybe even lion diet, which is just beef. Okay? That's the only thing that's worked. Cut the bull crap. No one is buying into this anymore. No wonder you only have 1 subscriber.
And then, of course, whenever we're eating a meal, we want to stop as soon as we feel full or satisfied, like we've had enough to eat. We don't want to keep pushing ourselves to try to finish the plate. Tip number 3 is plan ahead. So we want to stock our pantry with plenty of nourishing meals and snacks and foods to have on hand, so we're not as tempted to grab some of the foods that we know aren't as great for us. This planning ahead kind of prevents that last minute takeout or drive-through run, things like that.
Well, people are not going to, and there's still other unhealthy things, quote unquote unhealthy, things they could get at the store. Like, God forbid they get meat. Oh my God. Right? Because you don't want them eating meat, do ya?
If you know that certain foods are more tempting for you, like chips, candy, ice cream, things like that, sometimes it's best just to not bring it into the house to kind of help you set up for that success. Number 4 is committing to moving your body every day. So physical activity really is an instant mood booster. You really just want to find out what works well for you. It could be something as simple as going for a walk, maybe dancing, taking a yoga class, anything that really feels good to you. And you can also mix these up throughout the week or even throughout the day. It's recommended to aim for at least 30 to 60 minutes of physical activity a day. And that could look, as simple as walking for a half.
Girl, I had horrible anemia. I could barely get up out of a chair and go walking down the street, go outside and walk down the street with my mom and just walking in general was horrendously, just the most difficult thing on the planet. You want somebody who is anemic from the diet that you're telling them to eat to walk and do physical activity for 60 minutes a day when they get dizzy and in pain and hurt and they get out of breath and all this stuff after only 2 minutes? Good luck with that.
Half an hour and lifting weights for 15 minutes, something like that. Just do something that you enjoy and look forward to doing. Another tip that I have for you guys is if you sit in an office all day, it's good for you to try to get up and stretch at least once every hour. It just feels really good and gets your body moving a little bit and prevents you from sitting all day. Number 5 is getting some rest. So getting a good night's rest every night is very important.
I really think she's not even reading from her own mind. Getting this out of her own mind. This is completely, she printed this off. Not looking good, girl. I thought you did this for a living. I thought you did this as part of your life. What's going on here? What is this?
And really helps you feel great. So it's recommended to try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Sometimes it's just good to try to go to bed a little bit early. I know it can be tempting to watch those late night TV shows, but maybe getting into some new habits. Trying to do a little light reading before bed can help you kind of fall asleep easier, or maybe doing a sleep meditation, things like that can all help. You'll be surprised if you try to aim for the 7 to 9 hours of sleep at night. You'd be surprised how much energy that you have the next day.
I want to talk about this for a moment because I have a watch, an Apple Watch. I've noticed some inconsistencies with the deep sleep. I don't know if this is normal or not for this kind of thing, but I've noticed I'm only getting 28 to 33 minutes according to the watch of deep sleep. The rest is all labeled as core, which is your lighter to medium stage of sleep. And then your REM, it does say The watch is pretty good at detecting this stuff. Pretty dang good, okay? But it only goes by heart rate and movement. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if there's some kind of new measurement thing that's been put in place. My watch does not seem to want to track my sleep properly now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But either my watch isn't tracking quite as accurately anymore, because I heard that at least when this one guy that was testing it, because he had an eDream 2 or whatever it was called, and that thing goes around your head to measure your brain waves. I don't know if that's better, if the watch is more or less the same, but I don't know. I would almost need to get one of those eDream 2 things or whatever they're called. I would need one of those bands in order to know how well it's working. I don't even know if you can connect that to your phone and have it go into the app. But, yeah, I don't know how that works. But I am curious to know what my sleep stages are like. I'm curious. Because maybe my slow wave sleep stages are so far and few between. Maybe the heart rate, because the watch only tracks your heart rate, so maybe my heart rate is too quick. So I don't know, but your temperature changes when in deep sleep as well. And the newer watches have a temperature gauge, sort of. And it only tracks your temperature when you're asleep or in sleep focus. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyways, so, well, yeah, I got 7 last night. My amount of sleep differs from night to night. I got 8 hours another night. There was another night I got 8. 8.5 to be exact. Most of it was core, according to the watch. It does track your duration of sleep quite well. I will say that. It really does. Because, like, I don't know, it just has a way with the tracking. It's just quite fascinating, actually. But anyways, yeah, your sleep will differ from night to night, honey. It's not going to be the same every night.
It kind of gets addicting, and you kind of don't want to sacrifice your sleep after that. So number 6 is to focus on the good things in life. So I know that things can happen in life and stressful situations can come up, but really just try to enjoy every moment and do the best you can with avoiding worrying about things, especially the...
Hear that, COVID conscious people? Hear that? You hear that? We got bigger fish to fry than worrying about something that we can't really control. By the way, COVID was 2020 and maybe a little bit into 2021. That was the worst of it. Okay? Okay.
Things that we can't control. Worrying really will not solve the problem.
She really does seem like a nice woman, but so uninformed. Just listening back, it's just filling me with so much anger. I don't know if it was just I was trying to hold it back before, or if I just genuinely didn't, I don't know. But this actually feels better doing this. Like yelling into the void, just, you know what? It's sometimes good to release the rage too, huh? It does feel good.
So unless it's something that you can do right away, really just trying to avoid, putting that stress on yourself and really just trying to get into the moment instead.
By the way, I had an idea for this channel, for the other part of my channel. If I do, because somebody said in one of my comments, I could do as ASMR. I might have a story idea for you guys. I know typically there are sound effects and there's music. I might have to find something because I don't know. Because I'm not always raging. When I go off here, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Like, I'm done raging. Sometimes I get my first phase of sleep because I'm a biphasic sleeper, right? I find it the easiest way for me to get all my sleep. Excuse me. So, yeah, that's how my sleep works. But sometimes you just need to get the rage out.
And, try to really count your blessings. Be thankful for the good things in life. You may not be exactly where you want to be in life, and that's okay. Just know that you have come far and you got yourself to where you are now, and really just be thankful for that.
I was never able to be truly thankful until I found carnivore, keto carnivore. The more carnivore I am, by the way, the easier it is on my body. It is. It's so much easier.
So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed those 6 tips to nourish your body.
All right. That's it for that video. Again, I am not angry because, and I'm going to direct this at my subscriber, I'm not angry that you told me to review this, or told me to I'm not, let me rephrase. I am not angry that you couldn't watch the first reaction, but I am angry because I think I was too nice, I guess. Either that or I can't stand hearing, oh, whole grains, balanced meals, blah, blah, blah. When we've already tried that, right? And it just makes me so mad. And this woman is just, I can't. I can't with these people. It's not you, I promise. Anyways, I'm sorry, you guys, for having to hear my angry little rants, but I had to get it out. Sometimes you gotta release it. It's not good to bottle things up either. She never said that part. I'm gonna add a little bonus tip. Don't bottle things up. Don't. Ever. Never. No. If you have nobody to tell it to, then you know what you can do? Maybe dictate it into your... You know what? I might have an idea. I might have an idea for this. My parents don't like me talking about my feelings for some reason. Sometimes they don't mind it, sometimes they do. It depends on how their days went, I guess. You know what I do? You know what I did one time? Was I pretended like I was watching something, or I pretended like I was talking to somebody on the other end. I had a recording. I don't know. And it actually felt kind of cool. Like I was basically playing 2 different people. I had the recording going I didn't talk to the recording. I was basically recording another track of me, so that it was like back and forth. So the recording was like, so what's going on? And then after that one character said that, then I said, well, this happened, then that happened, my friend's blah, 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 this person's blah, 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 and my life is blah, 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 blah. And the recording's like, oh, did you tell your friend that blah, 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 and yeah, and so on, and so on, and so on. Writing things down could help. I don't know, it never really helped me. But I do think, listening to music, just trying to let your mind, it isn't good to, you might need to, I do think you do need to find somebody. Find, at least one person. Surely there's got to be one person. Just text them and say, hey, do you have some free time that I could talk with you? Okay? Just try that. And see how you feel. Because I'm sure eventually they will say sure, And write your thoughts down in the meantime. Kind of as a backup. If you do have more than one person, tell them. If no one will listen, find a helpline in your area. One that is purely for even just to talk through your mental struggles, and I found I have a couple friends that live in North Carolina, and I was looking for helplines in North Carolina, one similar to the one we have here, the Island Helpline. It was formerly called that. I think it's a different name now. But the one in North Carolina is called Hope for, like Hope and then number 4, then NC. So they can call that number. And what the people on that line will do is you can just talk out your problems. They won't give out any of your information. Everything you tell them is confidential. And then what you do is you just talk through things, and then they will help you by providing you with resources that you can use. And you'll be able to, figure out how to solve your issues, or they can just be an ear so that you have somebody who at least will understand, somebody who will be there for you. Because it's not good to live in that space where you're just down and stressed and you don't have anything. And if you feel like you're about to explode, you need to call that helpline. If you don't have anybody to reach out to, even on the phone, even in text, find a helpline in your area, call that. Even if it's just to talk. Just to talk. I know I sound like an ad at this point, but you need a helpline. Right? If no one else will listen. That's what I do. And man, they've been a lifesaver every time. I will tell you now, they have been nothing short of amazing. They're amazing people. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope this was a lot more bearable, and I will see you in the next one. Later! Carbs!